welcome back to my YouTube channel. So a few months ago, back in March, I saw a celebrity psychic, and I have never told you guys what happened at that session because I went March 14th, which is when everything started getting crazy with COVID. So I never actually told you guys a story time of what the psychic said. I did this a while ago when I saw a psychic at a fair, but this psychic is more like legit. She saw my mom a long time ago, and she told her that she had 2 twins, and she was gonna have like 3 girls or something like that. And what I think, maybe she was like seeing the future. She saw my older sister and I, because we look a lot alike, and thought we were twins, and then saw my sister, my younger sister. So I thought she was pretty legit. She's done a lot of like celebrities and people in the entertainment industry, but I'm gonna tell you guys what she said to me to see if anything comes true in the future. And obviously this is just for fun. I don't think that everything a psychic tells you is obviously gonna like happen, but I do think it's nice to just get like reassurance. And I think that's like with the whole religion, spirituality, everything just kind of, it's just nice to have reassurance that like you're on the right path and that things are gonna happen that are like good for you, and just stuff like that, you know, like it's just nice to hear and it's fun. So yeah, so she started off by saying that there's a closed umbrella when she sees like my life, and that there's like a white tree that represents security over like money and like protection, and that I'm gonna make a lot of money in my lifetime. She said that I earned protection from the universe in a past lifetime, and that I'm a really lucky person. She said that she doesn't believe in luck. She says that luck is earned. So she just kept on repeating that I'm gonna have a lot of good fortune and money in my life. She said she saw a white number 6, and I was kind of upset because I wanted her to say it was the number 4 because that's my favorite lucky number. And she said that that represented like home and family and marriage and children. And she said that marriage is in the cards for me, but it's not gonna happen until later in life. She said that she sees a man in all black, so that he is not existed right now, and that the guy that I'm gonna marry is not around me. So she started to talk about how I have psychic abilities, and so does my sister, but she doesn't know it. But I have 2 sisters, so I don't know which one she was talking about. But she said that I am not traditional. I'm like really outside of the box, which is very true. She said that I'm very psychic and creative, and she's never met a creative person that's not psychic, because she does a lot of like artists and celebrity people in the industries. She talked about how I have psychic abilities. I just need to like reach into them and learn how to control them. And I do have psychic abilities. Like I've always had dreams, and then they happen, like things that like are in my dreams happen in real life. I'm like, oh my god, I had a dream about that like 2 days ago. Like it's kind of creepy sometimes. She said that I'm gonna have a lot of issues with men, which was obviously amazing to hear. And she said that it's because I'm defiant, and that I reminded her of herself. She briefly mentioned a guy that passed around. This was about like 8 minutes into the thing, but she never mentioned him again, and I forgot to ask at the end, so I have no idea who she was talking about. Probably my grandpa, but I wish that I asked more questions about that. She also said that there's a strong presence of a woman around me, but that she wasn't gonna get into that right now because she wanted this reading to be about me in my lifetime. She said that she sees a lot of travel for me, and that I'm not gonna want to be bogged down in a relationship because it's like a lot of stress for me, and there's so many things I want to do on my own, which I think is very true. That's a lot how I am in a relationship, because they stress me out, and I like to be independent, but also it's like you want somebody, so it's kind of hard to figure out relationships. But I'm in one right now, and it's good right now, so that's good. This was something that I was a little annoyed about, because she said that she sees me studying ancient history and archaeology, which is never something I'm ever gonna do in my entire life. She said that I could be really into Greek mythology to advance my creativity. Maybe that, but like I would never, I don't even know what an archaeologist does, but I'm pretty sure that's what, like dig up like bones and stuff. Like no, like I'm never ever gonna do that. She asked me if I like to paint, which I do. I paint all the time, and especially I think in March I started painting a lot. And she said that she sees me being like a famous artist, which was kind of cool because I do make a ton of art. So that'd be cool to be famous for that. She also said I'm gonna make millions and like travel the world, and that I'm gonna be like really wealthy. So I really hope that's true. And that's like a good thing about going to psychics. Once they tell you that, you're like, oh, how am I gonna do that? And then it's like the whole manifestation thing. Like the more it's on your mind, and the more you're told that it's gonna happen or something's gonna happen, the more it's gonna happen. And not that that's like my life goal. Like I wanna have like a family and like good morals and all that, but I do love the famous, lavish celebrity type lifestyle. I'm obsessed with it. Hopefully I am famous at whatever I do. Maybe not even famous, but just like most, you know? She said that the man in all black from earlier, when I first meet him, I'm not gonna be interested because I don't want to be bogged down, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna want the commitment of a relationship. So that's every guy that I'm ever interested in. Like, I'm like, wait, actually, I don't know if I could do a committed relationship. So I don't know, could be anyone. She started asking me if I see things when I close my eyes, and obviously I do. I don't know how people don't. Like, when you close your eyes, like, you see things, right? So she said that it's a gift from God to see things, and she says that I'm called like star people or star children, indigo child or child of the light. She said I was born an old soul and I'm psychic and have the gift of prophecy, and that meditation can help with my dreams and visions. I hate meditating. I don't like doing it. I can't sit still, but I do understand how it's like good and helps with that. But yeah, she kept on repeating how psychic I was, and I am psychic. I was gonna say not as psychic as her, but obviously she practices it. If I practiced it, maybe I would get better at it. But yeah, I think it's a good gift to have, and I do believe in that. Like, that's so real. And like, I believe in God. By the way, I believe in God, and I believe that he's like active in my life, and I do believe in like other spiritual things like the universe and energies and stuff. So I believe in all that. Also, she said to not be afraid of my gifts because they're from God and that it'll help me with my art. Then she started talking about palm trees, and she sees me living in Hawaii, which has always been a dream of mine. I've always wanted to live in Maui, like just for like 6 months or something, just have like a little portion of my life like in Maui. But I'm close to my 20s. That's so freaking scary to say. I mean, I'm so young right now. Like, I want to do everything in my 20s. Like, I want to live in different places, but also meet the love of my life and get engaged and have kids all in my 20s. That like scares me so bad because that's in like just like a year and a half. So yeah, she sees airplanes in Hawaii and palm trees, and that my energy is really strong there as a creative person, and that I'll have an easy time making a living there. She said that she doesn't see me living in California or on the East Coast, which is really weird because I can't see myself ever not living in California. I think it's the best place to live. She sees a businessman coming to me with an offer in the entertainment industry by the name of Don or Donald. Don or Donald, if that's a name that's in the future. Maybe I'll watch this video in like 10 years and see what happens. Ew. To think about me in 10 years, I will be 28. And I better have kids by then. Holy moly. That's so scary, but so fun. Like, in 10 years, I'll have kids. Oh, how, okay, I'm not gonna have a little breakdown about that right now. Anyways, so she sees that I'll travel a lot and that I'll be in the state of New York a lot for jobs, but I won't live there. And then she started asking about if I had a friend that was going through a lot and was lonely and depressed and having family issues or financial issues. And I think everybody right now is going through certain things like that. So it was kind of hard for me to think of a specific friend. She said that they're just feeling like left out and sad and depressed. And she said that their initials might have a C or a K, and none of my friends at the time like had those initials that were going through those problems. So I was like kind of confused. It feels, the person in my life feels lost and emotionless and distant. And she said that this friend has issues with their father and is also wanting a romantic relationship. And that's what's making them sad. So if any of my friends have that going on or had that going on in March, let me know. Because yeah, that was kind of sad. And I was just like, I don't know who you're talking about. So then she asked if I had any questions, and obviously I asked her about kids because I want 4 kids by the time I'm like 30 something. She said that I'm not gonna want to settle down for a while, and I'm not gonna want to depend on anyone for money. I'm gonna be independent and self-sufficient, which is good. But I want to be all of that by the time I'm like 25. She said I'll basically just be really into my career and business and stuff, and I'm not gonna want to have a man, like a man that I'm gonna marry at that point in my life. But then she said maybe around 25 or 26, then I'll think about settling down. She said that the guides are showing the letter J for my future husband, and that it's gonna be like his first initial or his last initial, which would be kind of cute. Like, my wedding is like J and J, like, or my initials could be JJ. That'd be kind of cute. And she said that I'll meet him in the film industry. And she said that we're gonna have a really good friendly relationship, and he's also gonna be very intellectual but also spiritual. So I don't know. She said that I'm a metaphysician, and I think that meant something around like the psychic abilities, that I can see things that aren't tangible, and that I'm very open and love to discover, and I'm a good researcher, and I would make a good detective, but she doesn't see me being a detective. And then I asked her about college. I don't know why I asked her about college. I was like, what? About all the spiritual things you could ask, you asked about school? Like, I don't know why I did that. I wish I asked about my grandpa. Like, anyways, she said to take a psychology class and a creative writing class in college, and obviously that I'm gonna make a lot of money. She kept on repeating that, so that made me feel really good. And she said that I'm gonna have a professor that's gonna mentor me, and then I'll have a lot of doors opening up for me in the industry. Someone came in earlier as a great aunt or a great grandma, and I had a great aunt that passed, so I thought it was her. Her name was Annie Marianne. And she said that she is a guardian angel and is a really strong presence around me, and that she's protecting me. And then she kept on saying it might not be who I think it is. It might be like someone who I never met, like a great grandma or something like that. And then yeah, that is all she told me. Sorry if this video was just like me listing off things. This is more of like a time capsule type video where I can just like look back on this and see if anything happened. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And if you guys have ever gone to a psychic and anything's come true, comment that down below. I think that'd be really cool. Follow me on Instagram and all that. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.